Warning: the following video contains strong language, which may be offensive to some viewers and or inappropriate for children. The content within this video is intended for mature audiences only. Thank you for your attention. Good morning, everybody. Hopefully the sound will work on this, but I made a video a while back, and do you know what? Enjoy. Right, first things first. And you seriously think that you're going to still have a license to practice law by the time all this? Honest with you, I've come to a point where your little message. Right, first things first. Being able to get on. You get that. But and you seriously
let's not
think that
digress.
you're going to still have a license to practice law by the time all this? You don't scare me. You don't intimidate me. I've got nothing to do with the court case. No, I haven't actually. You're right. It's a public conversation, isn't it? It's a public topic. And I think anyone has the right, and I believe everyone has the right to discuss it. And the fact that you, the fleas, involved now, funny enough, damage control is beyond me. So let's catch up, shall we? First of all, few months, your advice and putting your discussing the. Then you take it down. Here's the thing: you're putting that website up and putting that picture up of now that you've publicly put a name out there. Okay, the name can be used. Like when you put Harley Grace's name out there, the child. Why are you involved in a child? Why are the fleas involved in a child? Yet again, okay. No one's mentioned a child unless it's when people's thoughts and concerns for that child welfare. Don't you find that strange? Let's try again. Time. How dumb you guys really are. Especially you, Bubbles. Now, I understand. I do understand. I understand where you're coming from. You're afraid. Multiple. I do. I understand that. Okay. And you think that my whole, how can I put this? You think that everything revolves around this thing, this case, and what you guys are doing? No, it doesn't. I have other work to do. Right. And the fact that I keep an eye on what's going on, and some of the stuff you say that I can't spell, I can't speak, and use rational logic. What have I doxed? Dox me, and not just me, but other people. I mean, the fact that people who you associate with, your PR team, doxed. Thought you doxed me, but and he ended up doxing someone completely innocent. By your own stupid mistakes. Let's talk about the Nunya accounts. Or do you want to avoid that one? Cool. You're not relevant enough for me to have you on my. I'm definitely not going to have you on my stream, my live stream. Absolutely no way. After the behavior I saw of you when you were on Veteran Nation, and then as soon as you got your ass handed to you, and then you and so clever. You're not. I mean, here you say you mean nothing to this case. You're absolutely right. I'm not the one who has to go to court. But you're the one who has to stand in that court, in front of a judge, in front of a jury, out of the hole that you've put yourself in over the last 3 months. Attacks. On Facebook, everything you've done. You need to. Let me try something else. Who's at it? Let me try something else. Tell me if you can hear it. Let me try something else. Tell me if you can hear this. Me how dumb you guys really are. Especially you. Messages up. Now, I understand. I do understand. I understand where you're coming from. You're afraid. You're afraid because you've been called out multiple times. Multiple times. I get that. I do. I understand that. I mean, the fact that that you name me directly, I'm the biggest loser. Okay. And you think that my whole, how can I put this? You think that everything revolves around this thing, this case, and what you guys are doing? No, it doesn't. I have other work to do. Right? And the fact that I keep an eye on what's going on, and some of the stuff you say. Okay, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. Put it this way, this video is going up today.
All right. The video is originally that I recorded quite a while back. Well, not quite a while back, about a few days ago. And there's a couple of things I've noticed. There's a lot of other new names popping up, but that's by and by. One thing I am going to address is, please bear with me a second. One thing I'm going to address is the fact that these people are basically plucking at straws, right? This is not going to be a long one. I watched Shiz's stream. I watched Tug and Megan's stream, and I saw basically, we know, you know as well as I do, that people will sit outside these streams. People like Stu Moran, people like Ed Lang, idiots, right? Now, here's a couple of things that have come to my attention is the fact that people like Stu Moran, you'd think that he was a bit of a troll, but he's not. The fact that he uses the R word to attack people, right? R then tard at the end, right? You can figure that one out yourself. And the fact that someone has called Tug a PDF file and shit like this has gone beyond the truth or truth and false, truths and lies, facts against fiction. It's gone beyond that. At first, I wasn't going to say anything, but I think it's time that something is said. Right. First of all, we are all fully aware that Bruce Matskin and Tamara Matskin, his new bride, were responsible for the accounts called Baby Killer Nunya, LOL Nunya, to name a few. And we have evidence, we have proof, and we can prove that 100%. Okay? But that stuff has already been sent to the authorities, and it's also been sent to the committee boards. The committee bar, sorry. 1 second, guys. I'll say hello to everyone in a minute. I just need to get this off my chest. The fact there are other people who play both sides. And I don't mind that. If you're going to come in here and you go into the Fleas or you go into Super Day or Jabbity Hoots or that is entirely your choice. All right. But don't come in here thinking that you can sprout your mouth off and think that you're going to get away with it unscathed. You're not. If you want to look for drama or you want to, cause toxicity or anything else, you're not going to happen here. All right. At some point, I am going to be removing all the mods, and then I am going to be selecting the mods, and most of the mods will be veterans. All right. I'm going to remove certain people. I'm going to remove anyone who's not a veteran as a mod, and then I will talk to them privately what their responsibilities are, and if they're okay with it, then fine. If not, then that's so be it. Right. Let me make something absolutely clear to everybody. And please take this and remember that this is not on a personal level, it is in a generic level. I do not give a fuck about anyone's opinion about me. I don't care what your opinion is about me. If I want your opinion from anybody, I will give it to you. Secondly, I don't give a shit about hearsay. I give a shit about facts. The fact that these idiots they're not banners for your information. They are flags. All right. They're like little flags. The fact that they've got addresses and names and PO boxes and everything else on them tells me it's all about money. Now, I, for one, I'm not interested in monetization or anything yet. Well, not in the foreseeable future anyway. But one thing I will tell you is that I am now going to my level 2. I'm now stepping up. And I'm going to step it up. And I'm going to make absolutely sure that every single person who's going after one individual. It's all about one person. This is no longer about he said, she said, and about the truth and lies. It's nothing about that no more. It's gone beyond that. They are using a child to monetize and weaponize their argument. Okay, they sit on their platforms and all they do is attack people who are not following their narrative or their rhetoric. They rip people off by asking for financial support. Okay, but what do you see? An e-bike is not support. An e-bike is a luxury. Where's the new refrigerator? Where's the new tool, the new motor they need for their caravan? What about investment in finishing off that building so it can be lived in? Yeah. What about fucking sorting out the health hygienic stuff and that? I mean, how stupid or how slow are people to actually realize all this? Now, I am not going to sit here day in, day out and spoon feed people the truth, because at the end of the day, Jeremy Hales has been doing it. Right? Everyone goes, oh, okay. Tug and Megan have been doing it. Same thing. Oh, okay. Right. Veteran Nation's been doing it. I've been doing it. Shiz has been doing it. Everyone has been feeding everyone with all this information and everything else. And no one is actually realizing what the fuck is going on. They're just, all they see is this back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And just for the record, hey, Bruce, you've got 6 days. And if you seriously think you want to test my fucking poker face, or you want to test my resolve, let me say something to you right now, sunshine. You will lose this poker game. You are going to lose this poker game. And to you two fat fucks, the fleas, here's a word of advice. Stop trying to slink every single drop of blood out of that stone. Because I tell you one thing, when this court case is over with Lynette and John versus Jeremy, it will be your turn. So I would strongly recommend that every penny you are making is to save it up, because I think you're going to need a lawyer. And you can't use Bruce or you can't use Stark, because it'll be a conflict of interest. And furthermore, I doubt very much that Bruce Matskin will have a legal right to practice law after all this. Because there's enough evidence against him now. All right, there's enough evidence against him now to prove his conduct and behavior. And I doubt very much that the Massachusetts or the Connecticut Bar Association, let alone the American Bar Association, will allow this conduct to continue. All right. Now, how the fuck did I get to 532 subscribers? What the? Anyway, I'll come back to that in a minute. So here's a point. I don't really give a rat's ass what anyone thinks. I'm coming to a point now, right? Because I've got other work to do, and to be honest with you, I don't want to waste my time on this. I'm in two minds of actually just cutting myself away from everybody and just doing exactly that, what I'm fucking good at, is proving those idiots wrong. But I'm not going to do that, because I've met quite some decent people. But I'm not going to tolerate any bullshit anymore. I'm not going to tolerate people being fucking using emotional fucking anything, right? If at the end of the day, I'm not interested in anything that's going on in anyone else's life. Because at the end of the day, it's not about you. This is not about me. It's not about fucking Mike. It's not about anybody. This is about Jeremy Hales and Lynette Preston. And then you can include that numbnut fucking John if you like to. That guy couldn't fight himself out of a wet paper bag, even if he was given directions. But that's beside the point. The fact of the matter is, it is now gone beyond a legal realm. It is now gone beyond that, and has done for the last couple of months. And this is exactly right. This is exactly what some of these people want. They want you people to attack these guys so much. They want you to say so much shit about these people, because when it comes to the court, they're going to say, look at all the hate these people have been receiving. Why do you think Lynette and John haven't said that much, or not allowed to? Why do you think that specifically one person who's had a vendetta against Jeremy Hells for years? It's not, listen, this is not over the last couple of months or since this happened with Lynette, over the last 2 years. This goes on beyond that, people. Do your fucking research. Check their videos. Go all the way back. And I mean all the way back. And I'm not talking about the fleas. I'm talking about, and yes, unfortunately, even Slug comes into that. Right? Go back, and go and check their past. Right? And unless they've got rid of all their videos in the past, because that's one thing they're going to be doing now. They're going to be getting rid of stuff. They're going to be editing a lot of their videos. But one mistake they've done, they're supposed, you should be doing it right after you've done it. Right? Is unlist or make it private, edit the video, and then put it back up. But you don't do that. What you do, you just put it up thinking you're clever. Wrong move. Now, the reason I've gone live at 7 o'clock in the fucking morning is because obviously there's other people, in the evening, right? Let me tell you something else. There are people who communicate with me who I don't trust. And there's a reason I don't trust them. And I'm not talking about certain people. I'm talking about one or two individuals. And I don't trust them. And they've made me not trust them. It's not from me not trusting them, because it's their actions. I'm not. I am a type of person, right? You lose my trust, that's it. Once that's it, that's it. I'll be sociable, but that'll be it. Right? We would miss you if you go. No one else. I appreciate that, host. But the thing is, at the end of the day, all right, what is the point? What is the point of trying to prove these people the fact that they're liars, that they exaggerate, they copy people, they take whatever people do and they copy it? And why should I care about people who have got such a lack of intelligence that they will sit there and they will just throw money at these people? These people are ripping people off. Because at the end of it, and I will continue to say that until they can give me and show me, and everyone else who has any type of investment in this journalistic investigation, right? They can show transparency where every single fucking donation has gone to. Because when you send money to a Venmo or PayPal or anything else, that money is going directly into your account. And you know what Shizzy mentioned, and that was mentioned tonight. Yeah, that was very interesting. But I've been saying that way before he actually mentioned it in his stream. But when he said it, here's the difference. When people who've got a bit of clout say it, it's one thing. And this is what pisses me the fuck off, right? It shouldn't be about how much clout you've got. It shouldn't be about who you fucking are. It shouldn't be about like, oh, it's Tug, it's Megan, it's me, it's fucking Veteran Nation or anyone else. It should be about the fucking fact. Where is the fucking transparency? Why aren't they showing the transparency? Because let's put it this way. If they're not going to show it to us, are they going to show it to the IRS? How the fuck are you going to know? Unless they investigate, unless they get court orders to go into their bank accounts or their accounts, PayPal, Venmo, Cashback, and all that shit. Think about that. All right, Lemon, take care. Anyone thought about that? It doesn't fucking matter who's on that platform talking about whatever they're talking about. It's the contents. It's the contents what matters. The minute I caught, here's what you need to fucking think about, ladies and gentlemen, Wookers and Ewoks. The minute I caught fucking Bruce Matskin out on that lie and that little bullshit lie he came out with his GoFundMe, that's when your alarm bells should have started fucking whopping up. That's when people's red flag should have been starting to show. Don't you find it interesting, for example, like Ray Bone Crusher fucking joke of a fucking pleb, right? All this time he's got this handheld mic. Now suddenly he's got a new microphone. Wonder where that was gifted from. And from the looks of it, it looks like an XRL. You know, a decent mic. But good for him. Doesn't matter. Probably half of his pension went on that. But hey, who cares? The fact of the matter is that people are not listening and watching the actual what's being said or written. That's the problem. So why should I sit here and spoon feed people just like Veteran Nation is, or just like anyone else is? Why should we spoon feed people with this shit when you can see it blatantly as day? It's all factual. He didn't get that federal case, Max Lab. Get it right. He did not get that, Max. He did not get it. He fucking forced himself into it. Because at the time, think about it, Sunshine. At the time, all right, Scott Stark didn't have a license to practice law because he was out of date. You see, little fucking things like that. You need to check that. You need to check the history. Right? He couldn't get in because he was out of date. And how the hell did Scott Stark? Right? How did he come into it? How did Sean Martin come into it? Bruce Matskin was already soliciting this case way before anyone fucking knew about any of those three. So let's not jump, you know, and this is exactly what I mean. Unless you've got 100% facts, don't assume. Because when you assume, that's when you fuck up. And when you fuck up, yeah. You're not understanding what I'm saying, Max. You're not listening to what I'm saying. How do you think he solicited that case? How do you think he heard about that case? How do you think he heard about it? If I wanted to, I could go to Waffle House. Dude, you're not going to that Waffle House on your own. You're taking me with you. Fuck it. No, but on Eric, you're a fucker. No, but on a serious note, Max, how do you think he got that case in the first place? Think about it. Come on, you seem to know a lot. So think about it. How do you think he got on that case in the first place? Why would he try to get on other people's platforms when he's got his own YouTube platform, but he went to DIY Guy and he went to other people? How do you think he got that case in the first place? Do you just think that someone went, oh, by the way, hey, Lynette, go and talk to that guy? Why do you think he was so desperate to get all these people on the same page by using emails? The emails alone fucking tell you the story. And this is not speculation. This is fact. How did he get employed to be the lawyer or give legal advice, okay, or become pro-hack advice, considering Scott Stark license was out of date, and that Sean Martin was a lawyer up in Ohio, and he was what was he, a public defender? Try to put the puzzle together. Try and put it together. And then, once you've got that part, then go over to the next part. The police, they saw what was going on, and what did they do? Oh yeah, fucking hell, yeah, come talk to us. How do you think they came into the game? And then obviously little fucking snowball alligator boy, yeah, Mr. Crocodile Dundee, Mr. I trained the Rangers before they went to Iraq. Spent 1 year in jail for a federal offense for trying to export endangered species of a snake, and was fined $200. That's already out there. I've already covered that part. But the fact of the matter is, look at the chain of events, people. Look at the chain of events. All right. Jeremy's own flesh and blood got dragged into this. By whom? Who was it? Who dragged him in? I'll give you 3 names. Let's see if you can get those names right. Come on, Max. You know everything. What do you think? 3 people. Because let's be honest with you. Okay, let think. Here's one thing you need to do: step outside the box. Yeah. Do you think that fucking douche boy knew about any of these people? Do you think he was aware of any of these people at the time? Yes or no? Come on. Yes. Yeah. But did he know about any of these people? You know. Did he know about them? Eh? Well, did he? No, he didn't. Shit. No, he didn't. Let me show you something. Let me show you something. Oh, yeah. Ah, shit. Yeah. Oh, well. Yeah, unfortunately, I can't show that picture. Unfortunately, I can't show that picture. Lucky fucker. But here's the thing. Did he know? No, he did not. He didn't know about any of them. All right. And this is the whole thing I'm trying to say, is that basically there was already a fucking vendetta against Jeremy Hill way before fucking Bruce Matskin turned up. And Bruce, you're an idiot. And you're an idiot who's about to be outed for your conduct and behavior. And according to someone else, apparently it's not 6 days you've got 5.5 days. So you've got 5.5 days to make a public, and I'm talking a genuine public apology to an individual who you know and to state the alt accounts that you were using from various instruments, such as your laptop and your phones. And that also goes for Tamara. Because I tell you one thing, when the time's up and you haven't made a public apology, because this will be the first step for you being actually treated as a professional and someone who's got ethics and a bit of integrity, for you to step up to the plate and actually show your wrongs. Anything else doesn't matter, is irrelevant. All right. No one cares about your mac and cheese bullshit. No one cares about the amount of different places you've gone to discuss it. It's like you're trying to get sympathy and get support. So the more people actually contact the committee board, right, the less chance they got is to punish you for your actions. But considering that it's been going on over 2 years, and the fact that everything that you've done so far, on top of that, if the ABA or the Connecticut Bar Association or anyone else don't do anything about your conduct and behaviour over the last 4 or 5 months, well, actually, since March, after that, you didn't become an idiot until when, June, July, right? But you, Sunshine, you've dug a very deep hole. You've dug a very deep hole. And you've now got the opportunity and the choice. I mean, the thing is, you tried to throw Silverman under the bus by publicising how much money he's owed for the court cases for representing Lynette. And the fact that your client has lied on multiple occasions, right, and even lied on her deposition, just like John Cook lied on his deposition. Lynette was never alone. John was there, and Lynette was there when John was having his deposition. Because there's one thing about Lynette that anyone can fucking see. She needs to be in control of everything. Every conversation, every situation, she has to be in control of it. If she hasn't got control, she then starts throwing her weight around. And the thing is, if she can lie through her teeth to try to get the control of the situation, then she's happy as Larry. Because you can notice the difference. You notice the difference when the police are there. She's all, yeah. But as soon as they turn around, it's back to normal. But here's one thing that you guys have made a mistake of. You filmed her with you guys, with the child. So first of all, she's contradicted herself on the fact that no one can go anywhere near the child. 2, she contradicted herself on everyone that no one can film her child. Biscuit Boys filmed her. These fucking idiots have filmed her. All right, they've even put a website with all the pictures. Some pictures were not even public. Anyone knew about. And here you are. Yeah, so well done to the fleas on that one. Well done, you idiots. And the fact there's so much evidence against Lynette and John. The fact that Lynette was not arrested on the day when John was arrested is beyond me. For evidence tampering and trying to hide. But how many times did those police officers had to ask them where the weapons were? Why would you hide those weapons if you had nothing to hide? Why would you sell a weapon? Everyone's going, no, it was a black pistol. It was a black. No, it was a silver. Trust me, I spent 30 years plus in the military. I know what a freaking silver weapon looks like. People assume it was a short-barreled, snub-nosed 38. And it was silver with a black grip. All right, not the whole grip was black. The plastic side parts, that hand grip. And the reason I know that is the way, if you watch some of the videos, okay, where he pulled it out on Jeremy, you'll see that pistol from different angles. What, giving him awards for getting booted out? Are you sad? It's the people's streams you should give awards to for kicking them out. And the fact, here's the thing, okay? The fact that, and I've been saying this fucking, yeah. The fact that you've got people like Biscuit Boy walking around Otter Creek late at night, fucking, it must have been quite late, right? The fact that you got fucking Biscuit Boy walking up to private property, pointing out where the cameras are, irregardless if they're working or not, pointing out where the park cameras are, and then going up to that property again, all right, and then showing how far you can get to close to the property, all right, with the lights going off. What does that tell you? If I would have been a cop in that area and I'd have seen that on I would have went straight to the sheriff and I'd have went, right, look at what's going on here. That is intimidation. That is trespassing. That's endangering that property. There's a reason why people put cameras up, to protect their property. Now, technically, okay, if someone had been staying on that property and that light would have went on, right, and they would have got challenged and then they would have fucking flapped their gums, well, you know what they say, apparently in Florida, you can stand your ground. So Biscuit Boy seems to like to, he likes to risk his safety. And then here's another thing. When Rattus went to the town hall meeting, there was no fucking reason on this planet for Biscuit Boy to approach him in any shape or form. But because he wants that content, it's all about content, people. Me, I don't care. I don't care if there's one person in here or there's 500 people in here. What I care about is the fact that I can say what I see and I can give my opinion, may it be constructive criticism or journalistic input. And at the end of the day, I don't want to come back onto YouTube after I've been away for a day or so and then find out that Biscuit Boy or someone else has been hurt because of their stupid behavior. Because the thing is, this is what it's going to come to. And this is what I'm concerned of. That's why I am trying to point out the facts. People, don't contact anyone. Don't talk to them. Don't do anything. But the behavior, their behavior is going towards that direction. Now, I've heard rumors that Tweedledee and Tweedledummer on their little leather chairs, their little man sausage glass stuff that they've created themselves. Hello, Palmers, right? The fact that they have made statements to the fact that they are not going to Otter Creek for the Christmas due. Sure. Okay. I'll see it when I believe it. Sorry, let me rephrase that. I'll believe it when I see it. I will believe it if I after the Christmas Creek, if I see no mention of those fucking idiots, then I'll believe it. Until then, I don't believe a word they say. I do not believe a freaking word they say. Do you know what? I'd rather go and stand outside in the rain at -1 degree and sing, I'm singing in the rain. And ladies and gentlemen, we're right over there crossing here, and it looks like a buffalo. Oh my God, no, that's Lisa Pretty. Oh, she tripped over. Oh my God, will she make it to the car? No, she's going to make it to the car. Okay, yeah, she got into the car. Oh my God, they're going to need some new suspension going on right now. Okay, we need to move on because we're running out of fuel. Take care, bye. Back to you in the studios. Yes, and welcome back to the studios. Yes, and that was our Eye in the Sky, Trooper Spawn. Yes. But yeah. And if you've noticed, the UI guys are not said a peep. Deanna's not said a peep. Everyone's just going on by their own, doing their own thing. But these guys are, it's like, has anyone ever heard the story about Peter and the Wolf? but you just add crystal. I mean, according to their ticker at the bottom of their stream, it says, let's get stoned, and the way they sound doesn't surprise me one bit. And, I think some people who associate, and has anyone noticed, and here's the funny part, has anyone noticed that when they're on their stream, Tori and Lisa are coming through Lisa's sound? Anyone notice that? And yeah, I'm going to use their names because they're fucking idiots. I mean, we need to come up with, I think we should. I've already nicknamed Bubbles Wales of Gummidge. I mean, he does look like Wales of Gummidge. Yeah, and the fact that every single one of them are, they seem to be very interested in witchcraft as well. Interesting, but anyway, we digress. So guys, do some history. Do some background. Do your own background. Don't expect people like me or anyone else to spoon feed it to you, because at the end of the day, you need to find that background yourself. Here's an idea. I'll tell you what. Let's do an experiment, shall we? Right, everyone. If anyone wants to do this experiment, and you've got a way of, you've got a way of doing it. So here's an experiment. What I want you to do is I want you to write Bruce P. Matskin into the Google search. And then once you've done that, press return and then tell me how many pages you've got. At the bottom, it'll tell you how many pages. When last time I did any search, it was 22. So let's see you can beat 22. And when then we'll, go for it. My wife was looking. Let me know how many pages you come up. Have a look at the bottom. Have a look. On my first ever research on that idiot, I got 22 pages. Yeah. Yeah. So how many pages have you guys got? Right, here's another experiment. What I want you to do, I want you to go onto Google and type in Lynette Preston and tell me how many kickers jump up. You've got 14 for Bruce, yeah? Right, this here, I'm going to take a screenshot of it. This here, that's Google 1. 1 second, please. Q1. And then we're going to go Bruce. Right, and then what we're going to do is Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. $35 on LP. Right, well, let me show you something. Okay, so if I go like this, this is just by typing in her name. This is just typing in her name. Now, why the fuck would the lawyer come up? Why Otter Creek comes up, YouTube comes up, Northport comes up, Levy County, and GoFundMe? Don't you find that interesting? Okay. And then, again, yeah. Interesting, don't you think? Don't you think that here, this bit here, and this bit here, don't you find that interesting? Bruce, you are fucked up in so many different ways. It's comical. It is absolutely comical. And this is just basic research. This is just basic research. Just typing someone's name in. Just typing his name in. Okay, this should show people that once it's on the internet, that's it. All right. Now, the thing is, when you actually do some research on someone, say for example, yeah, let's do Lynette again, yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's do this again, shall we? All right, and we do the Google search? Now, obviously, what I'm going to do, I need to make sure that, excuse me, I need to make sure that I okay, I need to, please hold 1 second. One second, I need to redact some shit in here. Fucking hell, there's a lot to redact. There's a lot to redact. Oh, no. All right. There you go. There. Now, what I want you to do is when you type in her name, okay, why would the fuck? And this is just, why the fuck? This? Yeah. Why? Why would this fucking come up? Okay. Why would this shit come up? Explain that to me. That's all you have to do. All right. If you want the truth, Go and find it. It's out there. All right. And that there is that's just a search on Google. So people, if it's online, if it's on the interwebs, you are legally and have the right, okay, to use that. Okay? As simple as. And these people need to understand is that they're also on the internet. Now, just in that picture there, the two top right-hand ones is her, struggling mother. Well, how long has she had that child? Yeah. Apparently they had to do the adoption over Zoom. Oh, there's so much, and then you got these fucking idiots on the two fleas flapping their gums. Everyone is like, "Oh, we're telling the truth. Everyone is truthful. Everyone is doing this." But explain to me, why is it? Just why is it that from the moment that child was probably not even a year old, you were already in the newspapers begging? Oh, I mean, by pure coincidence, I actually found a Carriodos surname by pure coincidence when I was doing research on them. But at the end of the day, people, it's like, I'm not here to hate on anybody. I'm here for the facts and the truth. And I don't care what your opinion is about me. I don't care. But here's a little message to Bruce. You've got 5 days. Well, 5.5 days. Well, 6.5 days. 5.5 days. Anyway, right? And I'm going to out you. And then I hope, because at the end of the day, there may be a citizen, American citizen, who is concerned about the legitimate behavior, and may or may not, on their own, of course, contact a committee bar or two, and that's entirely up to them. They are legally entitled to do so. So, I'm not here to hate. I'm not here to spread rumors. I'm pointing out facts. Because if I can type someone's name in and find the information, all right, that means you can. Like Robbie's, like David Michael T, or Kendra, Tamara. If you do the research, ladies and gentlemen, you'll find the information that you want. You'll find the information that you want. And then do your own research. Come to your own conclusions. Right now, the only thing I want is I want to see Mr. Big I Am, Big Neil Kill-nosed twat of a human being, all right, make a public admittance and apology for what he did to a former member of the Navy. And he has a choice. He has a choice. He can do it, or he's going to be put out there on a platform, because I received this information. I was absolutely, to be honest with you, I actually started laughing, because I already knew that, I could tell just by the way, the person was behaving. I already knew, but, is what you think that's what people should do from now on. Right, do their own research. I think people do, but they don't. The thing is, whenever someone like myself or someone like Veteran Nation does it, or they say they do it, then it's easier for everyone. But at the same time, you have to remember. You have to remember. All right. I mean, here another one. This is absolutely ridiculous, right? This happened last night. Okay, while Megan and obviously I'm gonna. All right, this is the perfect example. This is the perfect example of what tactics these people will drop to. All right, what these people will lower themselves to. All right, to get attention. All right, you can already make your own mind up what that okay tells you. But I mean, they attack Megan Fox, okay, and they attack Tug, and the reason they attack these two is because they say it as it is. You know, I mean, they're above my fucking pay grade, and I do find them both funny, especially the last couple of lives they've been on. They've been fucking hilarious. But the fact of the matter is that this is the perfect example of these people who think they're so tough and they think they're so clever and so intelligent. We know who these people are. We know who these people are. But they don't have the spine. They don't even have the spine to actually, post as themselves. That's the funny part of this whole thing. Now, if I've got something to say, I'll either say it on here or I'll say it on there. And the reason I don't post there on there anymore is, one, I don't want to, and two, I can't anymore. And I don't really care about announcing that because it saves me so much fucking time. And plus, I don't have to use Google Translate. But this here should prove to you, right, is what these people, what level of mentality they have. Now, if you want to go and give these idiots your money, then you crack on. Seriously, you go ahead and give them your well-earned money, because all they're going to do is spend it on themselves. I'd be very surprised if any or all the donations that have gone to the child and to Lynette, they've actually received. And that's the problem. But, I mean, but here's another thing. Like, yeah, they can do what they like, as long as they do it behind a private door. But when you do it publicly, when you sit on a public platform and you ask for donations, and you've got your what you call it, your Venmo and your Cash App and your PayPal and everything else rolling on the bottom. What do you see? What I've got on the bottom here? Yeah, do you see what I've got on the bottom here? It says, "Welcome to the Wolf's Den," or the Wolf's Pen. Sorry. Do you know what? I've met so many nice people, but the thing is, there are some people who just don't know when to stop. And so I'm not. Shall I mention it? No, I'll mention it. I had someone say to me, "So, oh, why do you hate them so much? Why don't you try to communicate with them?" How can you communicate with a liar, with a narcissist? How can you communicate? How can you communicate with people like that? No one's going to donate, so don't ask. But how the fuck can you communicate with someone who already has their own narrative already prepped and ready? You can't. I've got clips from a while back, and people will say something that they don't agree on, and gone. Timed out, bang, gone. And then you've got people in there going, "Oh yeah, I go to every post they make and I report that post." If I was working for YouTube or if I was working for Facebook and I came across the same person complaining about so many different people. All right, okay. And so I'd be going, well, hang on a minute. And this is another thing. what they don't understand is that people who do have a couple of thousand or a couple of 100,000 or a couple of thousand subscribers, they can contact YouTube directly and say, hey, look, this is going on. Can you keep an eye on it, please? Not going, oh, no. And YouTube will go, oh, really? Okay. It's only a matter of time before, do you know what? Instead of, and when people come up to me and they go, oh, yeah, there's going to be this and there's going to be that and there's going to be this, from now on, until I see it, I'll believe it. Other than that, don't even fucking approach me with that shit, because I'm not interested. All right. The fact that they can sit there and watch their neighbor for months and months and months and harass their neighbor to a point where he reacts. Of course, any normal human being will yes, regardless if he's committed a crime or not. That's beside the point. You don't go and harass them. You don't stalk them, and that's exactly what they did. But the thing is, it's one story. It's one rule for one and a different rule for everyone else. Correct? Well, it's coming up to Christmas now, Eric. People need every penny they've got, dude. So in a way, I can understand that. You know, if people want to donate, they can donate. You know, excuse me for the. Sorry, I do apologize for the coughing. But no, seriously, on a serious note, it's like, look, I get it. You want to make a point, fine. You want to make some money, fine. Right? But why are you sitting on a coattail of someone who's caused this problem in the first place? No one addresses that. Thank you for saying that I am paraphrasing. You don't have to believe me. Look up your educator. Anyone can say to me. Why are you thanking me? That's common sense. That is common sense. Anyone in their right mind, if they are in any shape or form interested in what the hell's going on, wouldn't you do some research? Wouldn't you go, yes, okay, my research is a little bit deeper and a little bit further, but wouldn't you want to know who the fuck you're dealing with? You know? I mean, like if you look at the history of the fleas, for example, and you go back, you'll find that there's a pattern. Because way before all this kicked off, there was not a peep said about these people. And that's where a lot of people make the mistake. Do your research. Because I have, and I know exactly what they're playing. I know exactly what they're playing. But I am so sick and tired of repeating myself. And that's why I just look at the facts. And here's the thing, if I think that if there's nothing in it, then I won't fucking talk, I won't discuss it, I won't look at it. But if I think there's something that needs to be checked and something needs to be looked into, then yes, I will fucking mention it, and I will do my own checks. I will use my own research to find out what's going on. But one thing I can assure you of is that they've got a different agenda to what Lynette's got, because Lynette is going to 3 court cases, right? And every single court case has been fabricated. It's been basically it's like a setup. Because if they have to deal with a thumbnail and then they have to do the RV alone, the RV case, that's going to cost them a lot of fucking money, because they are taking 6 people to court, which includes a police officer. All right. They're going to take them to court. They're going to make these allegations, but there's so much proof and so much evidence against them. Right. And what they're doing, it's basically like they're milking the milk. So basically, you got like a bottle of milk, and what they're doing, they're milking it drip by drip, 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 right? Because they know for a fact that they're not going to get anything. But then when it comes to Lynette, if you know, hypothetically speaking, Lynette wins, what's she going to get? Nothing. couple of grand, if that. Right? But nothing illegal happened. It was all above legal. There's proof. There are fucking text messages. There are verbal communications. There are phone calls. There are screenshots. There's everything. They're going to walk into that court and fucking an hour later, they're going to walk out owing Jeremy Hales a lot of money. And they don't realize that. And at the end of the day, if you don't want to be mocked or don't want to have funny songs made about you or a little bit of satire and a bit of fun and comedy, okay, or, you know, at the end of the day, if you create your own picture and it happens to have Tweedledee or Tweedledum in it, there's nothing they can do because it's on public domain, right? As simple as. If you don't want to put shit out there, don't put shit out there in the first place. Oh, I am really looking forward to this court case, the RV court case. I'm definitely looking forward to that. I mean, the fact that here's a funny bit, and a lot of people seem to have forgotten this. When the two fleas were talking to Dickhead on their platform, they had that document. So he gave them the documents. Okay, they are not legally qualified. They're not legally trained. All right, but they ended up receiving those documents. Now, I didn't realize that a lawyer who is representing someone without knowledge, without his client's knowledge, takes over this paperwork and then hands it in. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's it. That's my point. That is exactly my point, Palmers. Is that like their shit is coming back to bite them in the ass? Because this whole time they saying, "Oh, he's doing it pro bono," but there she is on a GoFundMe going, "Oh, I need support for my attorneys." Well, let's put it this way: the fleas have raked in a lot of monetary support for this whole situation. So, I think Bubbles and Starkboy have been paid for. But here's my next question: if they've made all these funds for legal stuff, all right, and Silverman still needs to be paid $16,000, so therefore Bruce can get his hands on any documentation or paperwork whatsoever. Now, if I was Silverman, 16 grand, no, every day I would have to wait, I'll put an extra grand on top. Because each hour is like, what, $200-$300? So, you know, you get to work at 9 o'clock in the morning, you finish work at 5, 9 till 5, well, that's 12 hours, 9, 10, 11, 12, that's 8 hours, 8-hour shift, 8 times 3, right, that's 15. No, it's not. The fucking 8 times 3, yeah, 16, 24, that's 200, that's $2,400. All right, so there you go. Each day is 2,400. You put that on the 16 grand, and that has now been what? Ooh, let's have a looky, shall we? Okay, so we've got say 18,400. Okay, now let's multiply that by wait a minute, day. That's 30. That's 30, 60, 90. So well, let's say 65 days. Yeah, 65 days. So basically, all in all, that is $119,600 that Silverman is now owed. Good luck on trying to get that together. Sell more dildos. Yeah. And considering that Bubbles has jumped on this means that he has solicited this case. Because I have not heard anyone make a statement to the effect that she asked him. Because how the fuck would she know about him if everything was on YouTube? How would she know? How would she know? And the fact that and the fact that he has admitted that he wanted PR, that he wanted to get his name out there, and he's done it. He's tried it on multiple occasions on different platforms. So here comes my question: if you guys are so clever, why are the people responding to these anonymous posts as well? I mean, I do it for giggles, and probably other people do it as well. But there are. We all know that hate group, that fake group, is just full of is a cesspool. All right, and they're going to continue to, because they can. Because they can. Namaste, Anil. Kukri. Gurka. Now, here's one thing you need to remember, and remember this very, 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 very well. Someone who cries wolf continuously and repeats themselves continuously are lying. If they can't show facts, they can't show proof. And so far, the only thing that the fleas have shown is a half-baked built fence. Flags, they've probably used the money that they got donated to. Right? The money that they were donated, right? What have they spent it on? Where's the transparency? I've been saying this for freaking a long time, and other people are now starting to say it. So what are they afraid of? Hey, Boosey Boos, what are you afraid of? Huh? That you're getting a backhander? Is that what you're afraid of? That people will find out that you're getting a backhander? Hey, is that what you're afraid of? Come on, admit it. That's what you're afraid of, isn't it? That people find out that you're not doing this pro se. You're actually pro bono. You're actually getting paid for it. And considering that you've been at this for quite a few months, means that you must be owed a lot of money. So what happens if Lynette can't pay you? Right? What happens if she can't pay you? What then, big boy? I don't think Scott Stark wants the publicity that you're getting, does he? Or does he? Right? Does he? Eh? I doubt very much that he wants that type of publicity. And from what I can see, he's being very quiet. Maybe because he needs to have a clean record when he goes into that. Maybe you are maybe you're deliberately deflecting and popping smoke so people get confused on what's going on. But I tell you one thing, you've made a fucking mistake, because people are cleverer than you think. And a lot of them have already figured you out. But anyway, guys, I'm going to shoot off. I probably might be on later on. I wish you all a very good day. But I've got things to do and people to see. And all I can say is this. Go and enjoy yourself. Go and do the research. All right? And remember, the truth will set you free. And I would like to thank everybody for showing your support, right, and showing your true colors of being genuine human beings. Now, and all I can say is just be yourself, right? And remember that hate is a silly word, right? If you don't like someone, fine. Okay.